Welcome, Elite Manifestors. Scalar Revolution here, and today we will be talking about the importance of lasers, particularly the blue-purple light laser, and how they are potent and critical for high-level manifesting. So I'm sure many of you may not know that lasers are critical for transferring information. We see this in the grocery store when they're scanning barcodes. I know there's temperature guns that any of my reptile people, I have several animals where you can just point the gun, and usually it's like a a red dot, and it sends the information directly back into the temperature gun to tell you what temperature it is. And that's really on a low level. For these transmuted lasers, this is perfect for moving energy throughout a machine, grabbing energy from a particular target, and really amplifying the process of manifesting. As you can see, I got my discs. Important that you have these transmutation discs here. Have several of them. One for activating the laser to handle these scalar fields, because you just don't want any particular laser. You do want these blue line lasers, because the line lasers pick up a lot more information than the typical dot lasers. But you want these transmutation discs because regular off-the-shelf lasers don't really handle these scalar fields as they should. So you need that for a critical success. But as you can see here, I have my laser, and I'll give you an example. I've shown this in other videos, but I have my little scalar disc here that I have spinning. What I like to do, to give you an example of how these really amplify the process, you could have this, which is a very critical and important tool to have. You see it's giving off that spinning energy, and you can plug your laser up here, get my extension cord, and you can hit it directly at the unit, as you can see. And this really amplifies the transfer of that scalar energetic information to your consciousness. And if you have this pointing directly at you, as I usually do, one thing, because I forgot to mention these in a couple other videos, with lasers, you do want to be careful, especially with these high frequency blue lasers, because I mean, these can put an eye out if you look directly into them. So you don't want to make that mistake. And even with how it is here, I've noticed just from personal use, if I have this spinning directly in front of me and I have my laser going, I now like to actually put this in the back. So you could, let's say you want this spinning at you, but let's say, you have your laser going. I like to put the laser behind and then have the disc spinning in front of me to kind of, because I noticed it was kind of messing with my eyes a little bit, just the reflection of the laser. So that's another quick tip for you guys. Just want everybody to be safe out there. These are generally safe if you follow the right safety precautions. I consider it equal to, using any type of like weapon. Generally weapons can be safe if you're taking the proper safety measures. But you don't want to be silly with these. You don't want to play around and point them at people. You don't want to just, especially these line lasers have some pretty good reach. You can't really tell in the camera, but these spread out about 5 or 6 feet. So you don't want to just, wave these around willy-nilly, especially if you have other people or pets in the house. You don't want to put anybody's eye out, or your own. But as you can see here, this is a potent way of manifesting, very high level. Light, as I should note, is part of the manifesting process. All creation is brought about through light. So just another thing I wanted to add. So this really increases the level of effectiveness in any of your manifesting practices, and something you should definitely get. I don't like to use any tool without some sort of laser. And I definitely noticed a dramatic increase in the results, whether I'm using a laser versus when I'm not. And they're very just love the way they look. Very cool, futuristic looking tools in a way of manifesting in modern times. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick lesson. Thanks for tuning in.